Hey guys, I am Catherine Davis. I'm a pediatric speech pathologist, and I wanted to show you guys some activities you can work on at home, but I want to start with something super simple, something with some materials, I should say, that you already have. So I'll show you what I've got. So I've got some markers. It doesn't have to be the dot markers, but that's just what I've got here, and a piece of paper and a pen. That's it. Super simple. So this is going to be primarily for kiddos early preschool to maybe early elementary. They're probably going to be the ones that find it the most interesting, but if you got some artistic older kiddos, then go for it. This can't hurt for them either. But I really wanted to show you some ways you can work on early communication up to expanding some of your sentences and answering WH questions with this activity specifically. So I'll show you what we're gonna do. So first, for my markers, what I always am sure to do is I hold onto the markers. I put them in my lap. I don't let the kid have them and hold them in their possession because I want to create as many opportunities as possible for them to communicate. The other thing I do is take the markers and make sure the lids are closed all the way. If you don't have these with the twist top, that's fine. You're still keeping them in your possession and not giving them over to the kid. For the sake of right now, I'm gonna put them on the table. So I'm gonna start with maybe the red marker. And for our early communicators, you can give them the marker. They're not gonna be able to open it, and that's the whole point of me turning it really tightly, so they have to ask for assistance. So this is a good opportunity for you to model for them. Help, see, I was practicing it earlier. Help, that's just a right hand on top of a flat palm. Help, it can be an approximation, that's fine, which means something close to it. Or if you've worked with me before, or if your speech pathologist has given you these types of pictures, you can show them the picture for help. So, and you can have them take their hand and touch the picture for help. Even same thing with the signs. If you need to do hand over hand, you can do that as well. And of course, you're giving them that verbal model every time. So, okay, where were we? So I've got a couple of colors. We'll start with giving choices. So I always like to give choices, even for the early communicators, up to the older kids, to give opportunities to produce longer utterances. So we've got red and purple. Have them make a choice. Once they've made the choice, then you ask them for help. And then I'll show you some my picture supports as well. You don't have to have these, but it's just an opportunity to work on building their utterances. So I've got I want red. They picked red. I want red, and then you're modeling for them that whole phrase, I want red. If they're already at that 3-word phrase level, then you can say, I want the red marker. So just adding a couple extra words, expanding on their utterances so they can hear what that sounds like. So we're gonna take the marker, got our piece of paper, I'm gonna dab it on my finger, and then I'll show you the next step. I'll flip the camera over so you can see. But you're just gonna dab it on your thumb. It's gonna be very messy, which is okay. We're supposed to have fun and get messy sometimes. Just make sure you are wearing the appropriate attire for this. That I'm always cognizant of that. I try to be even when my kiddos come in here. So I've got my thumbprints on my paper. I will say, and this is why I did it like this with the markers, your ink will run out after a couple of dabs, like on your finger, and so they can keep pressing, which is great and all, but they're gonna run out of ink. So this is a good opportunity. Remember, you're holding the markers in your lap, they're in your possession, so they have to ask for more. So that's the sign for more. Or they can verbally use their words. You're of course pairing that verbal model with the sign, or they can use the picture supports for more. And then of course you can model, I want more markers. Give them choices, they can pick their markers, ask for help. So all basic early communicator type things. We're just putting fingerprints all over the page. Let's see, so I'm gonna flip the camera over and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so for the sake of making this video not too long for y'all, I just went ahead and drew a couple of things. So this is a little fish. You're just drawing on the different body parts. So I drew the fins, draw the scales, and then you can ask them some WH questions if they are a bit further on in their language skills. What else does a fish need? He needs a mouth. It needs an eye. You can talk about what the fish needs, and then I just drew some waves on there, and so you can ask, what does a fish do? So there's a W question. They can say swim. Even if they answer with something as simple as the word swim, that's totally fine. And then you can say, you're right, a fish swims. A fish swims. So you're modeling that full sentence form with the correct verb usage there. And then, like I said, I drew the waves on here, so you can ask a where question. Where does a fish swim? They can say something as simple as water. That's fine. And then you can say, you're right, a fish swims in the water. So again, you're modeling that full language form. So I have a fish, I drew a pig. Here's my little piggy right here. I drew a pig, and then I just drew this for some context clues, as I did with the waves up here, with the water waves. But we can talk about, what's the fish doing? What's he doing? The fish is sleeping. So you're targeting a different verb form there if that's what y'all are working on. So sleeping, we've got that present progressive ing on the end there. If they say sleeping, you say, you're right, the pig is sleeping. And then I drew my little barn, and you can ask, where does a pig live? They can say, on the farm. That's why I drew the little farm there. And if you want, if they're at this level, you can ask, who else lives on the farm? Even if they're not, it's a good opportunity to model it for them. Then you can say, a cow lives on the farm, horse lives on the farm, and talk about all the animals that live on the farm. I drew my little piggy here. Now he's singing. What is the pig doing? The pig is singing. The other one I really like, and I'll show you some pages in this book, is, I'm trying not to get my thumbprint all over this book, is this bird. So here's the bird. The bird is sleeping. The bird is singing. There's lots of options. You can pause this video and look at the drawings on how to draw it. They're super simple. So if your kiddo does have those fine motor skills, they can draw it with you, or you can model it for them and they can imitate that. The bird is eating, and of course this one you can ask, where is the bird sleeping? The bird is sleeping in the nest. And then there's one with it flying right here. Again, where does a bird fly? You might have to draw some clouds around it to give some context clues. The bird flies in the sky. So that's just a simple activity, like I said, from your early communicators, just having them make choices, ask for help, or even, I forgot to mention, more, yeah I did, more colors, because their thumb ran out of ink, and then up to your later expanding language kiddos, you can target verb forms, WH questions, and just some motor imitation too, with those little kiddos. So if you have any questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer those questions. But like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an activity that y'all can work on at home with some materials that you already have. Like I said, markers, piece of paper, and a pen. That's it. If you need some more drawings, just let me know, and I can put them down in the comments and send those on to you. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be posting some more videos, so stay tuned.